Brightest day. Blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
Hey guys, it's StarrySky, and I'm bringing you a video today to show you what my stats are to be in controller role, my controller gear, and just which trinkets I'm using and why I'm using them for, and which ones I could recommend if you don't have the ones I am using. Okay, so let's go straight to my stats for my controller. Now I am currently in my hybrid spec. Now I only spec a full controller for when I'm doing T4 content with my league. And as a hard light controller, if you spec more power points in the support tree, you get an extra 10 VIT bonus, which I'm afraid Mental or Gadget don't get. So that's one of the benefits of being a hard light. We get a 10 VIT extra bonus for her having more power points in the support tree. But since I'm a hybrid at the moment, I have more power points in my assault tree. So my stats at the moment in all my controller gear, I am currently 3,678 health, 1,641 power, defense of 2,387, might 1,122, vitalization 1,290, precision 214, 868 dominance, and combat rating of 88. Now if I was spec more as a controller, I would have a power point in the dominance in the iconics, so my dominance would be pushing probably almost 900 or just over. Okay, so that's currently what stats I am doing. But if I was spec'd as a full controller for the T4 content to do with league runs, since I would get the extra 10 VIT bonus, I would have 1300 VIT, which is actually quite a nice lot to have, but still there's not much difference in the 10 VIT. Maybe you might get an extra 1 pot from it, you might not, so I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, so my gear, I am endgame content. I have T4 gear, T4 mods, I have the face from the T4 solo instance, BD weapon. As you can see, the rest of the gear is T4, rest T4 mods, and I have the legendary rings and neck. Now unfortunately I don't have any of the VIT affinities from the legendary rings, else I would have 20 more VIT than what I currently am. And I have the level 75 utility belt. Now a good way just to increase your vitalization, just so you get more power from pots, more power from when it crits, or more power from recharges, is just to use a vitamin soda MK. I would recommend go straight for the higher tier 1 and tier 4, which gives you an extra 112 vitalization for half an hour unless you die, and then you would have to reapply a soda again to get the effect. So that's my stats, my gear. I will currently move on to trinkets I am running at this moment in time, and at the moment I am running Orbital Strike, Sidekick, and Supply Drop. Now some of you may be thinking, why am I not running any trinkets that increase my vitalization? The reason is for endgame content. Currently at the moment, Orbital Strike is very good for boss control. So if you have controllers, even healers, that can run an extra Orbital Strike, it will make killing that boss that much easier, which will make it easier for you to get marks, gear, just in the long run. But in update 24 they will be nerfing it, so it only reduces their control resistance, and when that happens I will be switching it out for the Foss Trinket, Crystalline Energy Conduit, which will increase my vitalization by 240. So until update 24 I will be running Orbital and then switching over to the Crystalline one, which you get from Foss. Now, maybe asking why am I using Psychic for? Well, Psychic is really good for support classes, and if you're legendary or got layers, you should be running Psychic as a support class, because it will give you over its time duration of it being active, it will give you 3 ticks or 3 charges of 300 power. So that's 900 power free, which is a lot of power from a trinket. Plus it will heal you, it attacks stuff, it and it will aggro, adds to it away from you if you have it at boost 2, which is what I'm using. So it's really good for support classes since we get a lot of aggro, and it's free power, free healing, keeping us alive that much better to be more efficient to our group. And supply drop again, because since it gives a 50% damage bonus, which we're not really too worried about because we're a support as a controller at the moment, but if we place it properly, then it will boost our DPS, you know, the DPS players in our group, so they can get an extra damage bonus from it. Plus it will give us power and anyone else some healing, and just in general it's more beneficial for you and everyone else in your group, because if they're all out of power, you can just say to them or type supply drop, and they could all walk through it, and they would all get damage bonus, some healing, and they would all be back at full power or near enough, and so would you, and it would save you a supercharge. So this is, if you don't have the layers or aren't able to get boost for, then the trinkets I would be running. Okay, let's click this out. I would be pretty much, now I would be using the Atlantean trinket from the Atlantean event, but if you currently don't have one, then the trinkets I would be using would be Crystalline Energy Conduit, the CC1, and probably that would be my main 2. But if you are lucky enough either to try and get to the layer, and just to try and get supply drop, at least try and get it where it can at least heal you or give you some power, so it's benefit to you and some group in some way, if you don't have another trinket to increase your vitalization. So that's pretty much the trinkets I'd be running if I had access, if I wasn't able to get orbital and psychic. I would, if I was a controller and staying as a controller only, I would prioritize getting supply drop over any of the other mainframe abilities, and then get my hands on the CC one.
Hey,
from Central
wake up!
City. And then, or I would get the trinket from Force. So guys, I hope this answers any of your questions to do with what your stats will look like at end-game content, what trinkets to be running with layer or without layer, and any other questions you may have, send me a message or leave it in the comment section. And until next time guys, thanks for watching.